Okay, good evening, guys. This is Professor Wing from Valencia College for College Algebra. And as of now, I believe that you guys already received all of my messages and email from me as well from Valencia College. And as I already mentioned in the previous message, I say that from this time we're going to have transition to online course. It means that I'm going to do a lecture online, and all the homework and assignment will be turned in. While the homework is be the same, right? You turn it in Connect Math. The assignment you have to turn it in on Canvas. Okay, and I believe that the assignment number 5 is due 23rd. Okay, so make sure that you turn it in on 23rd, which is Monday next week by 11:59 p.m. On Canvas under assignment tab on the left hand side when you go into Connect Math, when you go into Canvas. Okay, uh, and as I also say that Valencia will be opening on March 30, but recently I received another message from math department in Valencia College, and they're not really sure that Valencia College will be opening on March 30, but I'm sure, this is what I'm sure of. I'm 100% sure that from this time on, we're going to have a lecture online for the rest of the semester. Okay, so even though the Valencia will be opening on March 30, which is I'm not really sure they will be opening, um, because they still been talking about if they should open it, try to contain the virus. But if it worked, then they should be opening. But if it doesn't work, then I think that all the courses in Valencia will be online. Okay, but however, for all the math course, for math department only, I know that we will have online course from this time of for the rest of the semester. Okay. Okay. So as for you, I mean, you had to keep moving, right? We had to continue with our lecture. Okay, I already grade your paper and post it. I will grade the assignment soon and post it also. Okay, so please stay tuned and continue update updating new information and new message from me and from Valencia College. Okay, so before jumping to our new lecture today, I want to ask you a quick question. I know that you guys already learned this in intermediate algebra and in high school. However, I'm sure that most of you don't really know the purpose of learning that. The question is that what is the purpose of learning factoring? How factoring is contributed to algebra? Why we need to learn factoring? Okay, you have 1 minute to think about that. Go ahead. Okay, while you think about it, I try to fix the screen a little bit. Oh my god. Alright. The answer is the purpose of factoring is to simplify algebraic expression, especially rational or fractional expression when you have a numerator and denominator as polynomial. Okay, you remember you learn how to factor to the top numerator and you factor the bottom by using the Smiley method, AC method, or sometimes you use the difference of square and you see that even the top and the bottom is similar, you cancel them out. So that is the purpose of factoring, okay, to simplify. Okay, um, in this video, I want to talk about another method, another way to simplify expression, especially rational expression. It is to use division. Okay, so I want you to write down the topic today. We want to learn how to divide polynomial, which is division of polynomial. Okay, besides, we also want to talk about the most two important theorem in college algebra, which is the remainder theorem. Okay, and factor theorem. So these two theorem I will be talking about on the second part of the video. Okay, in this on the first part of the video, I just talked about division of polynomial. And there are two different methods to divide polynomial, or I can say that to simplify a rational expression. Okay, uh, the first method, it is so first Roman, okay, division of polynomial. Okay, okay, and the first method I use long division, something called long division, because there's two methods, long division and synthetic division, to simplify rational expression. Okay, so what is long division? I don't know if you guys remember when you guys learned divide number in elementary school. For example, you learn how to divide 6 by 3, and you set it up like that, right? And you kind of asking yourself what number go uh, how many times 3 go into 6, right? And you figured out this is 2 times, and you multiply them back. 2 times 3, right? Give you 6, and you do the subtraction, give you 0. Okay, so in this simple division, 0 is considered as a remainder, which is so we don't have any remainder here. Okay, and in an elementary school, you also know the 6 we call that dividend. Okay, and 3 we call that quotient, divisor, I'm sorry, and 2 we call that quotient. Okay, all right. So the concept of simple division we learn in elementary school is the same as the concept of long division. The only difference is that for long division, remainder, divisor, dividend, quotient is not a number anymore. Okay, divisor, dividend, and quotient in long division um, it is a polynomial. Okay, it could be the first degree, second degree, or third degree, depends. Okay, it depends on the question. However, the remainder in long division, it could be a number. Some of the case, it is also a polynomial. So that's the only difference between long division and the simple division of number you learn in elementary school. Okay. Well, for example, um, I want to divide. Um, Let me see. Okay, 4x to the third minus 23x plus 3. Okay, see, I set up the division divided by 2x minus 5. Okay, so in this case, 2x minus 5 divisor, 4x cubed minus 23x plus 3 is dividend. Okay, so for the long division, I'm going to set up the same way as for the simple division. Okay, so I set up like this, 2x minus 5 here, right? And I do it like that. Okay, okay. Okay. However, if you guys recognize this is a third degree, but they jump to the first degree, so we missed the second degree. So I need to put the second degree there. Okay, a second degree. Okay, and I ask myself the same way I do over here. How many times 3 go to 6? So I pick the first term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor, and I ask myself how many times 2x go into 4x to the third. Okay, it is the same as you ask for x to the third divided by 2x give you what? Same thing. And this is give you 2x squared, right? Because 4 divided by 2 is 2, x to the third over x1. You do subtraction. 3 minus 1 give you 2. The reason I have x squared over here because the formula a to the m over a to the n is a to the m minus n. This formula you already learned in intermediate algebra. I'm going to talk about that in when you touching the next function, exponential function. I'm going to do a quick review over there. Okay, so 2x, how many times going to how many to 2x going to 4x to the third? Is this 2x squared? Okay, and after you got that, you multiply them back, right? You multiply them back the same way as you do for the simple division. So 2x squared times 2x is 4x to the third, right? And 2x squared times minus give you minus 10x squared, and you do subtraction. And remember that when you do subtraction, it's subtraction of the whole thing. Okay, it's subtraction of the whole thing. So it give you what? 4x cubed minus 4x squared 0. This is give you minus minus become 10x. Then you drop down one term. Okay, and again you ask yourself one more time, how many times 2x go into 10x? And you figure out it is 5x, right? Alright, because 10 divided by 2 is 5x squared divided by x is x, and then you multiply the max. 5x times 2x is 10x. 5x times negative 5 is negative 25x. Then you do a quick subtraction. Okay. Okay, and it give you what? It gives you 0, give you 25, 25x minus 1 give you 2x, right? Then you drop out the last one. Okay, drop out the last one, positive 3. And you ask the same thing, 2x going to x give you 1, 1 times 2x is 2x, 1 times negative 5, and you do a subtraction, 0, give you 8. Okay, so what I realize over here? What do we have over here? We have 8 as remainder. Is as remainder. I have this as the divisor. I have this as dividend, the whole thing, and I have this as quotient. Okay, but this is not the way I put our answer. So after you do a long division, we have to put our answer in the form. Okay, we have to put our answer in a form. It's called division algorithm form. Okay. What is division algorithm form? It is that if you had a p of x, a polynomial, okay, which is in this case is this, okay, you divide it by the divisor, which is another polynomial. I call it d of x, okay, and then I have a quotient. I call it q of x, and the remainder, okay. So this one is equivalent as p of x equal to d of x times q of x plus the remainder. I call it r of x. The reason I have x over here because I already told you before that p of x, d of x, q of x, and n of x is not just a number. Sometimes, most of the time, it is the polynomial. That's why I have x at the end. So consider as a function. Okay? So this is dividend. It is divisor. This is quotient. And this is remainder. Okay, so based on this division algorithm forms, I can write my final answer for this example here. So p of x is dividend, so it will be 4x to the third minus 23x, okay, plus 3, okay, equal to p of x, which p of x is what? I can write like this over 2x minus 5 divisor 2x minus 5 equal to quotient, which is 2x squared plus 5x plus 1 plus remainder is 8 over the divisor 2x minus 5. So the reason I can write it like this because of this. Okay, just imagine if you multiply both sides by 2x minus 5 to give you that. Okay, so this will be my final answer for the long division. Okay, so remember, if you do the long division and you stop over here, okay, and you don't write a final answer, I may take a couple points off. Okay, so make sure you know how to write this. Okay, dividend over divisor give you quotient, plus remainder over quotient. Plus remainder over divisor. Okay. That's the first method of dividing a polynomial. Another method is I call it synthetic division. Okay. The difference between synthetic division and long division is that the divisor of synthetic division must be in the form x minus c, where c is a constant. Okay. Plus another difference is that for synthetic division we will use c number to set up synthetic. Okay. We also use coefficient of dividend to set up division. Okay, so we don't use the whole division and divisor anymore. We just use the value c and we use the coefficient of the dividend. For example, I want to do synthetic division for this. 4x to the third minus 28x minus 7 divided by x minus 3. Okay, so you see the divisor over here is x minus 3, and it's in the form x minus c, so c in this case will be 3. Okay, the dividend will be this, so the coefficient will be 4, 28, negative 28, negative 7. And don't forget the 0 because they jump from third to the first, so we missed the second. So I'm going to set up like this: 3, okay, c value, and you set up with the coefficient, which is 4, 0, negative 28, and negative 7. The reason why we have 0 because we don't have the term with second degree here. Okay, so we jump from the third to the first, so we miss the second degree. That's why there's 0 there. Okay, so in order to do synthetic division, you draw the bar like this, you drop number 4 down. Okay, you take 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 4, okay, and you put over here, you add them up, give you 12. 3 times 12, 36, add them up, give you 8. 3 times 8, 24, add them up, give you 17. Okay, so how do I know that which one is the which one is the remainder, which one is the quotient? Okay, the remainder always the last number, so the remainder here. Okay, in this case the remainder is 17. Okay, and the quotient will be what? 4x squared plus 12x plus 8. How do I know this is x squared? It's easy because this is x to the third. You divide by x1, then 3 minus 1 the square. Then the next one you go down by 1, give you x, and you go down another one, give you 0, which is just a number. So this is my quotient. Okay, and again, after you do synthetic division, you have to use a division algorithm to write it in the form, which is 4x to the third minus 28x minus 7 divided by x minus 3 equal to the quotient 4x squared plus 12x plus 8 equal to remainder, plus remainder, okay, over the divisor. Okay, so this is my final answer. Okay, and that's this, the first example. And let's do another example. Okay, using synthetic division. Okay, what if I want you to do this? 3x plus 7x cubed plus 5 plus 2x to the 4 divided by x plus 1. Okay, so by my observation, I see that um, they're not in order, so I have to reorder them. So 2x to the 4, okay, plus 7x to the third. We don't have the second degree, so put 0 x squared minus 3x plus 5. Okay, and the divisor must be in the form x minus c. However, we have x plus 1, so the c value must be minus, right? Because minus minus give you plus. So c must be minus. So I set up c here, and I set up the syntactic division with leading coefficient will be 2, 7, 0, -3, and 5. Okay, and I draw a bar, I drop number 2 down, and I multiply, -1 times 2 is 2, plus add them up, give you 9, go to -9, add them up, oh, -2, I'm sorry, so give you 5, I'm sorry, 7 minus 2, 5, so -1 times 5 is -5, add up, give you -5, -1 times -5, give you what? -1 times -5 give you 5, right? Add up, give you 2, right? -1 times 2 is -2, add up, give you 3. So the last number always the remainder. Okay, then the quotient will be this is the 4th degree divided by the 1st degree, so the quotient must start with the 3rd degree. Okay, then you jump down by 1, you 5x squared, jump down another by 1. Okay, then you have the quotient. And again, this is not the final answer. We have to write it in division algorithm form, which is divided on the top, which is x2 x4 plus 7x cubed minus 3x plus 5 divides at the bottom, x plus 1 gives you the quotient, 2x to the third plus 5x minus 5x plus 2, okay, plus remainder over divisor. There you go. So this will be my final answer for this problem. Okay, so that's all for two methods of dividing polynomial or simplified rational expression, or to rewrite rational expression in another form. You see that? From this form, I convert to this form. Okay. So in the second part of the video, we're gonna use the concept. I mean, based on the concept of synthetic division and long division, we can deduce the most important um, uh, theorem in college algebra, which is the remainder theorem and factor theorem. Okay, uh, so I will be talking about that on the second video. So that's all for this video. I want you to watch it, and if you guys don't understand anything, just let me know. Put your question on the discussion board, okay? So that's the only way we can interact with one another uh, at this time. I mean, that's the only way, okay? Unless people want to record your own video, ask me the question, you post it online. I don't think you want to do that. So if you guys have any question, post on a discussion board, okay? So that everybody can see it. I can see I try to respond that message as soon as I can. I'll give you explanation as soon as I can, okay? And again, make sure that you stay tuned and keep checking your Canvas message for announcement and for the email. All right. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the second part of this lecture. Bye bye.